President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inaugurated a number of national and developmental projects of the Decent Life Initiative in Beni Suef Governorate. The head of state had a tour in one of Beni Suef villages, Suts al-Umara, and exchanged the greetings with the residents before addressing the nation in a speech in which he announced a series of measures to alleviate the financial strains on the people.
Abdel Fattah al-Sisi paid a visit to Upper Egypt province of Beni Suef, in which he inaugurated the number of national and developmental projects of Decent Life Initiative. President al-Sisi inspected the first phase of the initiative's projects, which includes health, education, community service sectors. Earlier in the day, the people of Beni Suef gathered to welcome the president as he visited Quds al-Umara village, where he held dialogues with the crowds and met the invitation of a citizen to visit her house in the village. As President Sisi addressed the citizens, he asked them to hold a minute of silence to mourn the Egyptian victims of the Libyan hurricane, as he extended his condolences to the families who lost their loved ones in the tragedy. The head of state asserted that no one will stop Egypt's march to improve its people's lives despite the hard circumstances. The president was briefed by the representatives of different projects on the latest developments being implemented so far, where the president thanked Decent Life volunteers for their relentless efforts. He also expressed appreciation for all Egyptians who work hard in the face of different challenges. The president said the citizen is a priority for the state, adding that he instructed the government to carry out measures to help them withstand the increase in prices. The president has ordered the increase of exceptional cost of living allowance to be 600 Egyptian pounds instead of 300 for all workers in the state administrative authority, economic institutions, public sector and business sector. The increase of the minimum salary of the 6th grade to be 4,000 LE instead of 3,500 for all those working in the administrative authority and economic institutions. Exemption of taxes with 25% from 36,000 LE to 45,000 for all workers in the state administrative authority, economic institutions, public sector and business sector. The increase of beneficiaries of Takaful and Panorama initiative by 15% for pensioners totaling 5 million families. The increase of an exceptional grant for the pensioners and beneficiaries to be 600 LE instead of 300 to a total of 11 million citizens. Accelerating the implementation of technological subsistence allowances for journalists in syndicates according to the budget. The Egyptian Agricultural Bank will also launch an initiative to lift the burden on the farmers who are in default, with the bank starting as of January 2024.
The National Dialogue welcomed the recent decisions issued by President al-Sisi during his visit to Beni Suef as an important step to alleviate the economic burdens on the citizens and to face the negative repercussions of the severe economic crisis. The dialogue stressed that the other similar steps are needed to support the industrial sector and to implement the necessary plans to boost the private sector and enhance the production in all fields. For its part, the Agricultural Professions Syndicate released a statement welcoming the presidential decisions and confirming that all its branches announced the full support to the political leadership in its efforts to improve the conditions of living for the citizens. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry headed to New York to participate in the high-level meetings of the 78th round of the UN General Assembly, which starts on Monday. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ahmed Abu Zaid stated that the Egyptian top diplomat will take part in a number of summits and high-level activities of the special significance. He will also deliver the Egyptian speech before the UNGA on September the 23rd, in addition to attending the summits of the Sustainable Development Objectives and the Climate Ambition. Shoukry will also preside over a ministerial meeting on the losses and harms, as well as the World Forum on Combating Terrorism, which is co-chaired by Egypt and Europe. The Foreign Ministry said that it is following up on the conditions of the Egyptians in eastern Libya in the flood-stricken areas through contacts and movements carried out by the Egyptian consulate in Benghazi. The Foreign Ministry added that the consulate is working in coordination with the Libyan authorities and the Egyptian support teams to offer help for the survivors, pointing that the consulate is cooperating with the Egyptian ambulance teams to save the Egyptian survivors and return them to the homeland. The Foreign Ministry also urged the Egyptians to stay far from the affected areas.